In this tutorial, we're going to be working in Photoshop Elements. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do, go into your Start, go into Photoshop Elements. If you don't see it here, go into All Programs and then choose it from the selection. Okay, so I'm going to open it up. When we get in here, I know we've had some issues with Organizer, but we're actually going to click on Photo Editor. Okay, so I click on it, it opens up our editing screen. Now here you have eLive, Quick, Guided, and Expert. If you click up there, you'll see that you have different options. We're not quite an expert in here, so we're going to go to Guided. Guided allows you to basically either do some touch-up photo effects, camera effects, or photo play. Okay, so you're going to take 5 of your pictures from your scavenger hunt, and you're going to apply either a touch-up photo effect, camera effect, or photo play to 5 of them. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of what this would look like. So I'm going to go up to File and Open, and I have set up a, let me see if I can find it. I have set up in my pictures, there they are, a Photoshop example just to show you what I'm talking about. So you would open up your photo. Okay. Now here, it allows you to zoom in if you want to. It allows you to zoom out. You might need to do that with some of these touch-ups. I like to see this view. This would be after only, but I kind of like to do the before and after only. So it shows your before picture and it shows your after on what you've touched up. So clicking in here on the touch-ups, you can click on any of these. So if you wanted to working on lightening and darkening it, you could pull on these and you see that it changes, especially in the flower stalk. It changes it a little bit, and you can see you can add your midtones, highlights, and shadows, or you can have it auto fix and it'll do that for you. Okay. To get out of there, you just press cancel. I think I'm going to show you, let me see, under photo effects, I'm going to show you black and white selection. So in this one, it says click on the black and white selection brush, click button, click brush below, and start brushing on a black and white effect. So I'm going to click here, and you have an add and a subtract. So what this is going to do is if I click and drag, it will select a lot of the same color tones to basically change to black and white. So I'm going to do that, and I'm basically going to color in most of. I want this one flower right here to be in black and white, or to be in color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can see. So I still want this right here. And you can change your brush size. You can see that it gets pretty big. Look how big that is. You don't need it that big. So to do larger areas, you'd have a larger brush. To do smaller areas such as this, you would have a smaller one. Okay, so like right here, I think I'm going to change that. And I think that's pretty good right there. But I want this to be in color. So I'm going to click on subtract, and I'm going to just click and drag straight down here. You see it select a little bit, so I've got to go back to add. I'm going to bring this back in. And I'm just going to, basically I'm just dragging right now right over it. So I think from right there, if I click on that, you can see that it basically evens out your lines a little bit. If again, I just clicked on refine edges, so it basically evens out those edges a little bit, and it looks pretty good. I think, looking at it now, I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to add in. I'm going to have to subtract off of here because that was part of it that I didn't see. So, and I think that is part of it too. And that might be part of it too. So again, you can come back and you can add and subtract, and I'm going to refine edges again, and I'm just going to pull this up just a little bit. Doesn't need to be up too much. It'll just kind of, again, even out these lines. When you're done, okay, you just click on done, and you can see your before and your after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do save for web, and you can do save as too, but save for web kind of puts it in a format to put it on our blog. So it's going to save it as a JPEG, and I'm going to click save. And it wants, I'm going to do tulips photoshopped. And I'm going to press save. And what that's going to do, so I'm going to just minimize this so you can see it. So when I go back into my pictures, you'll see that I have a before and after. So just tulips and then tulips photoshopped, so you can see that. So from here, you need to open up your Weebly. I have this ready, so I'm going to show you how to post. So we're going to go into a post. Now you can do it either way. If you'd like to pull in one image at a time, you can do that. Gallery hasn't been working for us, so I'm just going to pull in a slideshow. And from there, what you can do is get all these done, and then you can pull these in. But I'm just doing one example. But for you, I would do all 5 pictures and then bring them all in at once with the originals. So I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to, again, if I go into my pictures and Photoshop example, you can bring in both of them. So I click, hold down Control and click here, and I open, and you'll see it brings them both in. So for a caption, you're going to put, actually I want to have my original first, so I can click, oops, I'm going to move that. I can click and drag. So you can put original. My goodness. I'm having some issues. Picture of a tulip. And here, photoshopped. And I am blanking on what I chose. So this was the Photoshop black and white selection. Photoshopped black and white selection. And I'm going to double check again. And this is under photo effects. Black and white selection under photo effects. And so you will do that for, so you'd have one of your 5 pictures. So again, the original, then the photoshopped. Again, you can choose any of these. So again, you have camera effects, so you can use with those. The photo play, I mean, if you'd like to do those, you're okay to do that. So again, you can use either touch-ups, photo effect, camera play, and photo play, and again, that's under guided.